Alrighty, welcome back to another podcast, episode 4. So yeah, make sure to go check out the other podcasts. If you get these podcasts to 100 views, then yeah, I think that's good enough, and I can keep doing them. And yeah, I like doing them, and it's fun just to talk about stuff and hang out with you guys. And yeah, hope everyone's doing good. I'm managing. I'm doing all right. Day 15 as of now on Saturday when I'm recording this, that my, mental health is doing a little bit better. It sucks that I still don't have my full energy and just a little nauseous and out of it still, but hopefully we'll recover. Like I said, it takes time. It could take a month or two to fully get back in the swing of things, but hopefully that day will come soon. But yeah, hope everyone else is doing good. Hope your mental health is okay. Besides just being a little out of it and run down, anxiety's still down. Depression isn't too bad. It's just summertime. It's a lonely time. Can be a lonely time for some of us, but yeah, but thanks for being here. And yeah, like I said, share the podcast. That really helps. If you like the content here, maybe show it to other people so they can like the content as well. If they're into this stuff, they might like it too. So that'd be really cool. So yeah, help, comment, share, and yeah, get the podcast out there along with other content as well. So that would be really cool. Yeah, but for the most of it, get into some Transformers talk, a bit of Q&A, maybe some other gaming related stuff, and yeah, we'll go from there. But thank you for being here, and yeah, hope everyone's doing great. Yeah, having a little bit of some coffee, some Starbucks to get me going. And yeah, I know, I'm so stoked I got that Soundwave figure, and I found him at Walmart, and yeah, that video is doing really well, and I just posted the review of the figure video, so that's doing really well. And yeah, for me, the Transformers stuff is going really well. I'd like to continue doing gaming stuff, like I said, once I have my full energy, maybe move some stuff over to Twitch. And maybe do some gaming related more stuff here. But the Transformers stuff, Transformers community, toy community, stuff like that is really been more accepting, I'd say. And yeah, I just get more views, more responses from people from doing the Transformers stuff. And yeah, I really like that. Someone said to me, they're like, yo, are you the only trans person reviewing toys? I mean, I'm probably not, but am I the only super am I the only super trans fan of Transformers? No, but someone told me that they're like, that's a good thing if you're like one of the first Transformer toy reviewers and you're trans or whatever. That's a pretty cool thing. Just being yourself. And yeah, I just like I've said before, the gaming community, I'm so happy to see trans people in there, and yeah, on Twitch and everywhere else, on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, it's cool to see trans people doing their thing. But yeah, I don't know, maybe not to say I tried to be original when I first did it, and there was already trans people doing gaming stuff, and yeah, I tried to fit myself in there. I was one of the, not the first, but some of the first few trans people on Twitch at the time. And yeah, I don't know, there's something about it that I thought was cool to be, kind of some of the first people doing it, but there is other trans people out there doing it. But, I think this stuff, I was trying to find something original, and, I love gaming, and I'd love to bring some more gaming content here to the channel, and or have it on Twitch and do some more streaming, just playing the games and having fun and chatting with you all live. So that's where I'd like to move in with things. But yeah, being here on YouTube and doing, the Transformers and toy related stuff, I'm really seeing a lot more subscribers. I'm seeing more views. I'm seeing more people comment. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm moving the channel totally towards that, but kind of is becoming that. And I don't know, it's just like the amount of work I'd put into gaming videos and get no views or something, because it's kind of, it's desaturated with the gaming. There's so much gaming stuff, and there's a lot of gaming drama right now, and with the retro scene and the Nintendo Switch people, and there's so much it seems like a lot of drama going on in the gaming community. I mean, there always was, but it just seems to be heightened. And yeah, I don't know, maybe it's good to step back for a moment and yeah, get into the Transformers stuff, and yeah, kind of focus more on that. I've been focusing in on it, because yeah, it brings me a lot of joy, and I see a lot of people being entertained, and a lot of people with their feedback. And yeah, I don't know, I do have a deep passion for Transformers. I always have, like I've said, when I seen it when I was really little. Then when my grandma took me to one of the VHS rental stores, video stores as we used to call them back in the day, got to see the 1986 movie. I rented that for the first time, didn't know what I was renting, and then when I watched it, I was shocked over the Optimus Prime stuff. But I loved how it looked, and I thought I wish Transformers was always that theme, so, I do go back hardcore with Transformers. I do with some games and some gaming, but, I'm mostly into, like, old platformers, this and that, and yeah, new games, I'm not, like, as focused on new games as I used to be. For some reason, they don't hold my attention as strongly as, like, some older games. It's really weird. Sometimes I don't like 25 options in a game. I know it's cool that we've come that far and we have those options for people who love it. That's great. But for me, sometimes it is just a little too much. And yeah, I'd like to focus on maybe play some Turtles in Time, like I've said, or focus on some stuff like that. Like I said, go to Twitch, like I said. But yeah, some stuff like that. And then on here, just kind of dive deeper in more Transformers, keep this podcast going. It is, keep the Transformer stuff in the podcast, talk about some of the gaming stuff on the podcast. But yeah, I do the review videos, some more toy hunt videos. Some more toy reviews. I'd like to get some of those thrift store finds up on the channel as well soon. So yeah, as long as I get my energy back and can kill it again, I know I can just thrive on here. And like I said, I've seen a lot more comments lately, a lot more people responding and yeah, giving their feedback, which I absolutely love. Transformers. I've always loved it, and yeah, I do have such a passion for the G1 and G1 era, and I'm getting into Victory finally. I absolutely like Victory. I mean, Headmasters, I tried to force myself to like it, and I did like parts of it. I just found parts of it dry, but I did like parts of it, head on. But yeah, I came into Victory now, and Victory is really cool. Like, there's something about, like, Star Saber and, yeah, the Victory team, and how there's different transformations, how they, like, split into two vehicles, but then they form one robot, so kind of like small combiner type Transformers, and they have so many different combinations in that show. And I only watched up to I only watched up to episode 3 or 4 now, but if I could find more dubbed episodes, that'd be sick. I found one website that had dubbed episodes, but I couldn't find the right media player to play them, and I'm just not so technically savvy when it comes to that stuff, so I'm missing out. But yeah, Victory. I like the animation. I like when they're fighting. Yeah, I just like how it is original characters, but I just like that some of the combat, some of the art design and combat for the show looks fantastic, so it's like you can get into it quite hard. But yeah, totally loving it. And yeah, thank you for being here. It's just a little bit of an intro, a little bit of a spiel, but yeah, hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, leave your comments, get your comments in. We didn't get a lot of Q&A for this week, so leave your comments down below. Ask some questions, get featured, get shouted out in the video. So yeah, if you got any questions for me, Transformers related, gaming related, VHS related, trans related, ask away. And yeah, I can give you a little shout out. Let me know if you want me to shout out your Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, just let me know down below. And yeah, we'll have a little bit of a conversation. I like when people ask stuff, gets different types of thinking, and get to bring up topics and talk about stuff I might not obviously bring up on my own. So I really like that aspect of it. So thank you for sticking around. We'll get right into some Q&A and some Transformer news right about meow. Let's get into some Q&A. Terry, the 2D Maniac, asks, what's your opinion on the current progress we saw in the last few years in the legitimization of same-sex marriages in Asia and a lot of European countries? I know Canada was one of the first countries worldwide in North America to allow it, so you're not a stranger to the concept, but to other countries around the world, it has a big impact on LGBTQ people's lives. Yeah, I don't really have much of an opinion because I don't really think about or hear about other countries legalizing same-sex marriages. I'm not even one to believe in too much in marriage in general, so... But, I mean, if you want to get married and you're the same sex, I don't see why people care so much. But, yeah, I know Canada was the first. And, yeah, I guess it should be, like, if you want to get married, you should be able to do it. But, yeah, like, it just depends. Sometimes I'm for marriage, sometimes I'm not for marriage. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get married and you're gay, go ahead. That's what I say. But yeah, I don't know. I know it's been tougher in other countries. Canada, I mean, in the States, I know it's not all legal everywhere and it's tough at times. But in Canada, as soon as they made it legal, it was just legal. It was fine. I mean, yeah, it didn't have too much of an impact on me, but it's cool that... yeah, it is allowed if that's something you want to do. You want to ruin your life and get married, mate? Well, you go ahead and do that. But yeah, LGBTQ people out there, if they want to get married, I think they should. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even yeah, I don't want to get too heavy on the religious side of it and stuff, but yeah, you know, if you just want to get married and go down to the courthouse and do it that way, I mean, it's not just a bad idea. I mean, people shouldn't get, people shouldn't get so bent out of shape if two men want to get married or two women. It's like, it's not that big a deal. Let them be married. Let them be miserable together. What's it affect you for? But yeah, so yeah, it's cool. Like I said, and don't know much of it about the rest of the world and stuff. I just know about Canada. But yeah, I've heard little things here and there about other places getting it, and yeah, as long as the people are safe and that's what they want to do with their lives, I think anyone should be able to get married, you know, once you're a certain age or whatever, right? And yeah, you want to, but yeah, I don't see anything too bad with getting married. So yeah, I mean, it's getting married. You want to live miserable? No. There's good things about getting married too, I bet. But yeah, to all are one. Get married, y'all. Steve Green asks, do you think over the past 10 years there's a oversaturation of Transformers TV shows / films that take away from the story of the Transformers? Also, does it mean more people watching shows / films than buying toys and collectibles? Alright, so I think I know what you're saying. Do I think it's oversaturated? I think the Michael Bay films were definitely oversaturated, and the Bayformers stuff. I mean, there's parts of the first one I don't mind, but I just think with that, it kind of got over the top. And yeah, Transformers, they had the Prime trilogy, which I didn't really like the animation for it, but it didn't seem like it was oversaturating at all. But I don't know. I like multiple Transformer stuff. Of course, G1 is like where my heart's at, especially like the Japanese continuity and G1 continuity. You know, I love Victory and yeah, don't mind Headmasters and stuff like that. So I don't know. I like the shows. The stuff they make now, I just like the older classical animation, and yeah, there's some of the stuff I just don't like how they animate it now, so I can't really get into it. But that doesn't hurt me like collecting. I see the G1 lookalike stuff and I want to buy it without watching anything. So yeah, and like I said, the Michael Bay films, definitely I feel like they both oversaturated Transformers a little bit just with the Michael Bay stuff, but that leaves plenty of room for other Transformers. And yeah, the films and other shows, they don't take away. I mean, the shows aren't as, like, you don't need the shows as much as you used to in the day. Like, I know back in the day you needed the show to sell the toys, but kind of doesn't seem like that anymore, you know? You can just sell the toys off nostalgia. You can just sell the toys off, you know, that type of vibe, and then you don't really need the show, because yeah, I collected most of the powers of the Primes and all that stuff, but I never watched much of the show, more than an episode or two. I just couldn't get into it. So there's like a balance there. It's probably better when you're a kid that you want to watch the show and collect the thing, because then you're like into both and you have some backstory and stuff. I can see that. But yeah, no, I don't think it's too bad. I think there could be a lot. There's always lots of Transformers continuities, like with the comics and, you know, all that. So it's like you can have a lot of Transformers shows and comics and movies probably going on, and it won't really hurt it. But it's just one of those things. Like, are you into this? Or are you into that? Or do you need the show to collect the toy? I don't really think so anymore. I think the toy sells itself. But yeah, it's cool just to get into. And like I said, if you're older, you know, or late 20s, early 30s, you know, even like, yeah, into obviously later 30s and 40s, you're going to be into the Transformers just for the nostalgia vibes. So they have stuff selling like G1 and stuff, and they know people want G1 lookalike, maybe not G1 old articulation in the toys, obviously, but they know people want that G1 figure. So they can sell off that. And yeah, I don't know, more shows, more whatever. I just wish they kind of went back. Like when I watch Victory, I'm like, wow, I'm actually blown away at Victory lately. Like, I've only seen 4 or 5 of the episodes, but like I am blown away at how good it is. It's like Star Saber, yeah, I can see why he was a big deal in Japan, you know. And yeah, it's just like something about how gritty it looks, and just, you know, there's just like more to it. Like the Transformers, like I'm watching a bad dub and I'm like loving it. So I think it's way better. It's way better than anything in the last while that's new that I've ever seen. So I mean, yeah, Victory is great. Some of the Headmaster stuff is all right, and yeah, G1 and the original movie, totally the top notch. And yeah, that G1 movie was probably the very top of the best show or cartoon of Transformers you could ever get, with tone and everything. And they've never done anything more like it. So I know people didn't like it when it dropped, so maybe that had something to do with it. You know, watching all your favorite Autobots, if you're an Autobot fan, all your favorite Autobots getting murdered wasn't for you. So it's like, oh, okay, I can see that. But I don't know, like, I love that classic animation. Yeah, if you have to, like, change it up a bit now, but I don't know. I don't like when they do all that 3D and some of the cel-shaded stuff or whatever, but yeah, I just like that classical animation, even if, you know, they made it, like, new, but it looked like that old-style 2D animation. I think that would be just prime. And, yeah, it's Transformers. I don't know, it's just do something like that again, retro for the fans, and I think you would have a good series going. But I know they got to play into the new stuff as well and all that, but hey, we'll see. And, yeah, but yeah, I think you can just collect the toys, or just watch the show, or do both, or whichever you like. You know, there's lots of things that fold into it, and I don't think we can have enough Transformers necessarily. I mean, change the Michael Bay, do some more G1 related real movies in Hollywood, and I think you'll please a lot of people, and they'll make a lot of money. So yeah, love me some Transformers. You know, shows, comics, toys, love me some Transformers. Don't think we have enough yet, and yeah, I hope that answers some of your question. And yeah, just the last question for this week's Q&A is from Pumpkin Glow. Do you have any specific nostalgic memories about playing with Transformers or getting one of the toys as a kid that stands out and sticks with you in a special way today? I mean, sure, there's quite a bit of different ones. I remember getting like a G2, but it was just like the G1 Optimus with the trailer on Christmas. And like, you know, when I was... yeah, way long ago, but yeah, like 8 or 9 or something, or maybe a little older, I can't remember, but yeah, it's that stuck with me, that getting that Optimus Prime at Christmas. Always wanted an Optimus Prime, so it was really cool to finally get one. And yeah, there's tons of other times as well, like just playing. I remember, like, I just had baskets full of toys as a kid, and you know, I had a whole bunch of Transformers. And me and my one friend from like elementary school, you know, we'd get them all out, and we'd have a huge battle. And yeah, it was just, there's lots of memories of just playing with them, like, outside. I know, like, these toys got damaged from, you know, playing outside and stuff with them, but it was always a good time. And yeah, I can remember, like, getting, like, Beast Wars, like, even though I didn't love Beast Wars totally, and I love the show Beast Wars. I'm just not really into the figures as much anymore. But yeah, I remember getting Beast Wars. Like, my mom took me out one day when we went to meet my grandma, and yeah, she took me to Toys R Us, and I remember I got the Optimus Prime and the Megatron dinosaur and the ape. So yeah, they were huge figures, and we went out for a breakfast with my grandma, and I got to play with them, and I was just like, wow. Like, at the time, like, I did still wish that they turned into vehicles and stuff, but I was happy to get an Optimus Prime and a Megatron at the same time. And I remember just loving those figures, playing with them all the time, and collecting more of the Beast Wars figures. My family, when Beast Wars was out, we were quite flush. You know, my dad owned his own business. He was a partial owner of a business, so you know, in that time, Beast Wars time, those late 90s or whatever, yeah, we had a lot more money, and I think I had basically every North American release of Beast Wars at one point. I know, like, as the Beast Machines and some other stuff, and I got older, I wasn't as into it, but yeah, in those early days of actual Beast Wars, I almost had, like, almost every Beast War figure there was to have. And yeah, I remember playing with them all the time. And yeah, I just have lots of memories of playing with my Transformers and getting them as gifts, or like just going to Toys R Us all the time. And like I said, when my family had more of that money in that late 90s period, I remember going there and seeing like the Transformers, and yeah, the shelves were stocked. Like, they had like a wall, and they had so many different Transformers. I just remember seeing, like, you know, all the earlier ones, the Rat Traps and the Waspinators, and yeah, Tarantulas, and yeah, just boxes and boxes. So many Transformers you can imagine. And before then, I remember the G2 days of some weird memories of like begging for a few figures that I just couldn't get, because and those days my family didn't have as much money. I remember getting some of the G2 stuff, like I had Bruticus, and I had quite a bit, like that purple little size Megatron truck I got, or little size Megatron tank I got, and stuff like that. But I remember asking for that Laser Optimus Prime, never getting it. I remember wanting those, like, yeah, Ramjet and Starscream so bad, I never got it. It's like the price point was too high buy. It was like $38 Canadian back then, and that was just a lot in like the early 90s to ask for a toy, I guess. Could have asked it for Christmas or something, but I think I always asked bigger stuff at Christmas, like, you know, new Nintendo games or consoles and stuff. So yeah, it just gets expensive. But yeah, I just remember those being the good old days, you know, with the figures and enjoying them, and yeah, just being a kid, just having the toy to play with and playing with friends and being outside, and you know what I mean, like kids today, like when they're older, I don't know how old we were at the time, but probably a little older now. You know, kids now, they're just in their cell phones or on their screens, you know, or playing this and that games, and like they're not as imaginative as you all used to be. And yeah, there's something about just being like with the toy with your friend and having these imaginary like times and playing with them, and yeah, it's just really cool having these imaginary stories, and you'd act it out with the figures. And yeah, I remember like multiple friends, even like grade 6, and like, you know, just having a blast doing that stuff, being out in nature and just, you know, using your imagination, getting into a huge story that me and my one friend, we carried on stories for months, days, you know, years. So I don't know. When I think back to it, I think of a simpler time, a happier time when we just played with our toys and we were kids and we didn't have any worries. But that's where the passion began. That's where the passion took hold. That's why I'm passionate about it today. It's just because of those old memories. So yeah, I hope I answered that pretty well. Thanks for asking. Make sure to ask a question again for next week. I really like the stuff you asked, and yeah, go check out her channel. That'd be really awesome. Pumpkin Glow. And yeah, thanks for everyone for asking. Next week, yeah, on this video, leave your questions for the next video, and yeah, let me know if you want me to shout out anything for you. But yeah, ask about anything, like I've said before, Transformers, being trans, video games, toys, anything. So anything goes. So just leave it down in the comments. That'd be really cool. And yeah, it's a Q&A for this week. So thanks for asking. Grubgun asked another question. Make sure to go follow their Twitch and their YouTube channel. It'll be really helpful. They'll be streaming soon when the Blair Witch comes out. So they say, love this episode. I downloaded this and listened to it at night on my night shift, changing an hour of potential misery into an hour of ecstasy. Here's a question. What are some of your favorite foods? What restaurants do you like to eat at? And what kind of stuff do you like to relax? Hiking, walking through nature, shopping, chilling, and coffee places. Not the best question, but I get points for participating. Can't wait for the next episode. Yeah, I kind of went into this on, I think, episode 2 about what foods I like. But yeah, I'm a huge pizza fan. Like I said, 1980s Ninja Turtles made me like obsessed with pizza my whole life. And yeah, sour keys for candies. Love me some sour keys. I also like chicken, and I do like some fruits like strawberries and pineapples. I love pineapples, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. I like sour stuff for some reason. Relax. I don't really relax that much. You know, when I was in a relationship, I noticed I relaxed a lot more because I could actually settle down. That's the one thing I miss about relationships, is like having that one person be like, let's just watch this, and like calm me down, because now I'm just like always in a frantic go type mode, and I know that's not always good. But even doing the VHS and memories on this podcast, probably won't have one on this episode, sadly. Didn't have time to watch anything, but even just having the VHS and memories has made me, like, you know, sit down, focus on the movie, relax. So I'd say watching VHS helps me relax. I don't mind going through on walks. I haven't done it as much as, like, coming off these meds. I've felt like complete garbage. So, I mean, I'd like to get back into walking. Not much of a hiker. I don't know, I'm just not very good in nature in the woods and stuff. But yeah, like just walking in a park or something would be cool. Of course, I love chilling with coffee. I just go to Starbucks usually, or Tim Hortons. But yeah, I'm like, you know, getting coffee helps me relax. Getting coffee before like doing a podcast will help me relax and stuff like that. So, and of course, shopping. Yeah, shopping. I know that's probably not the best way. Oh, I like to relax by shopping, you know? But I do, like, I go to Value Village. I hit up all the pawn shops. Toy hunting, video game hunting, you know, that does help me relax. I have fun while I'm out and about, and it gets me social, talking to people, going to all the spots I go to, and yeah, looking for new games and all that. So, yeah, other things, yeah, editing. I don't find editing videos stressful, and most of the time, like, you know, it's fun. I do this for a passion. I do this for fun. So, I mean, just having my coffee and some good snacks and editing is relaxing to me. I have lots of fun doing this, and I'd like to continue to, do this and let things grow and see where this all goes. And Transformer stuff is taking off. People like hearing from different sides of me and different things I'm into and blah, blah, blah. So the podcast is really helping out with that. And yeah, it gets the channel more things posted on the channel more quickly like I've wanted. And yeah, so yeah, I guess just doing all the stuff I do, even if it's go most of the time, like I do find it relaxing at times. So yeah, not a bad question. Thanks for asking. And yeah, hopefully this episode will be out today. So yeah, thanks for asking. And like I said, go follow Grub Gun. That'd be really awesome. Huge supporter of the channel. So thank ya. Transformers War for Cybertron Unicron will be coming out. It's a fan-funded project, so you have to go to Transformers Pulse to support the project. They got to hit at least 8,000 supporters in 42 days or as of this moment. And yeah, it cost a lot of money. It's $574.99 American, so it's gonna be like $700 Canadian. But yeah, it's over 27 inches, so it is the tallest official Transformer to ever come out. 19 or 20 so pounds. It's massive. It's Unicron. It's far superior than the Energon and Cybertron Unicron that came out over 10-15 years ago. But yeah, this Unicron, I mean, it looks awesome. I have to tell you that I kind of like it the most. Where it gets me the most is in its planet mode. The planet mode looks spectacular. There's lots of pictures of it online from the San Diego Comic-Con, and yeah, it's just massive. I mean, the planet mode is very cool. The robot mode is cool, definitely from the front. From the back, I mean, it has lots of backpack and plating on it because it has most of the planet plates on its back and legs. But I guess that's something you just can't get away from. I mean, where else are you going to put all that junk? And yeah, I mean, and you won't be looking at it from the back as much, but planet mode is superior in my opinion. Robot mode is awesome as well. It's just, there's a few issues going on with it. But it really truly is the 1986 movie Orson Welles' Unicron. I am pretty surprised they dropped this news. It's huge. It's massive. The detailing on it is fantastic. The head sculpt and sculpt in general, like I said, is very 1986. It looks like the original Unicron you've always wanted. For me, I'm not a huge Unicron fan, so this doesn't have me freaking out. I mean, I kind of really want it, but kind of up in the air. I'm not rushing to it. Right now it has 1,500 backers. Target is 8,000, so we got a ways to go. Maybe I'll jump on it eventually. I'm just not too sure. It would be really cool to have and all, but yeah, like I said, I'm not the biggest Unicron fan. I like him in the movie and all that, but yeah, I don't know. It's just Unicron. I loved Orson Welles as Unicron, and just just not the biggest Unicron fan. I don't know why, but having this in robot or that planet mode would be spectacular. I mean, it is a sight to be held. I mean, a lot of people on YouTube have already talked about it. I'm not going to talk it to death, but just the mold in general, the face, it has huge the huge wings, and then when it's in the planet mode, it has the huge antenna type thing going around it. If this campaign is successful, your payment method will be charged on August 31st, 2019. So maybe I gotta ask my mom to get me this for Christmas. Actually, I never thought of that until just now. But I'll be like, Mommy, I need 27 inches of Unicron for Christmas, mate. Can you dig it? That might be the trigger right there, but yeah, I mean, when it's in planet mode, it has the eating jaws that actually does it eats planets in the movie, so it kind of has some of that going on with it as well. When it's in planet mode, you can actually make it kind of eat, so that's really cool. 50 points of articulation apparently, and yeah, it's just a beast. It's Unicron. Every 1986 fan of the movie, and yeah, if you're a super big Unicron fan, I bet you will be all over this. So yeah, it's a sight to be held. They finally did it right. Standing, like I said, 27 inches tall when in robot mode. 50 points of articulation. with movable eyes and the mouth, movable teeth in robot mode, so that's really cool. Planet mode, like I said, it can eat. It's 30 inches in diameter, so yeah, he's a big boy. And the pictures of this guy, like with people at it, I probably don't even do it justice, and it looks pretty amazing. Like I said, there is some nitpicks with the old robot mode with the back, with lots of stuff hanging off and a huge backpack. But what could you do, I guess? Like, there's not much else you could do. And yeah, for now, I guess. And this marks a point in Transformer history, I guess. Finally, like, everyone loved their old Unicron, and they've had different molds and colors and all that. But this outshines that Unicron. And yeah, you'll probably be holding on to this figure for quite some time after its release. But wow. Yeah, I can't believe they did it. Big old Unicron. But yeah, let me know if you're getting it, trying to get someone to buy it for you for Christmas, or are you funding the project? That'd be really cool if you let me know down in the comments. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to spend too much more time on this, as it's already broke and lots of people have been chatting about it. Yeah, I mean, it's official. It's 1986 movie reminiscent. It's Unicron everyone has ever wanted, and yeah, I'm stoked on it. So Mommy, I might need you to get me this for Christmas, mate. But yeah, let's get into some other Transformer news. Transformers Generation War for Cybertron Refraktor Reconnaissance Team 3-pack is the re-release of Refraktor in his Generation 1 colors. And yeah, in the show, it was just, instead of Refraktor, it was Reflector. They just don't have the Reflector name right now, so Transformers doesn't, so that sucks. But yeah, so in the original Team 3-pack, these were like mail-away figures back in the day. So yeah, they're re-releasing Refraktor in the mail-away G1 colors. So yeah, this is how he was in G1. It has the different names as well as Spector, Viewfinder, and Spyglass. They combined now to form the camera Refraktor. So yeah, so that's really interesting. I didn't have the whole set, but I had one of these figures as a kid. So yeah, I kind of want to jump on this. I want the regular release. The regular release is just Refraktor. You have to get him 3 times right now in the Cybertron line. You have to buy him 3 times now in the regular Cybertron line. You'll find him at the store. But this pack comes with multiple accessories, a flash thing for the camera. It comes with the shutter armor. Of course, it has the 3 shields that each one normally comes with. Shutter blaster, lens laser, optic blaster, like I said, flash launcher, shutter armor, and a bit more. So yeah, it comes with a lot. It's cool because it upgrades the camera lens, and it has the flash bulb on it, and it is the original G1 color. So like I said, I had one of the G1 figures as a kid, so I was like, I kind of want to jump on this, but I also want the regular release from Siege as well, as it is anime correct and tune correct, or whatever you want to say. So yeah, but this figure does mean a lot to me in some ways. I had the middle piece, actually. So I had the one that kind of looked like the TV show to begin with. But yeah, there's also the red guy and the other blue guy. And the camera, I can see it comes with a little extra figure as well. But the camera looks pretty cool. It really does remind me of G1. And yeah, the extra little pieces on it really tweak this thing out and make it amazing. I always liked the mold of this character. I also always love the character design of this character in the show. And yeah, in the show, they're not separate characters. In the show, it is just one character, and he kind of has like holograms of himself, basically. But yeah, Refraktor, but better known as Reflector back in the day. But yeah, like I said, Hasbro just doesn't have the name secured. But yeah, this is cool. I will be picking these guys up. Like I said, I love original G1 stuff, even if it's cartoon accurate or a G1 toy accurate. I'm kind of in that camp, so I like them both. So, and yeah, these guys look pretty cool. I mean, I'll have 6 of them in total, 2 cameras, but what can you do? And I like how these guys are all sold as a 3-pack. You don't have to find these guys out in the wild or anything. They did that so they can add extra accessories. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how much this guy was. I think he's $69.99 Canadian, so yeah, he might be a little expensive, but he is worth it if you grew up with these guys. And yeah, the packaging looks like the old school G1 box, basically. And yeah, the packaging of these guys too looks really sick, and it's like kind of has a camera lens on it. It's purple and colorful. And then yeah, I'm just looking at the figures again once it more, and they do have some other different shoulder pads, and the molds have been tweaked and the molds have been changed for sure. It's not just the regular Refraktor mode, so that's awesome. But yeah, these guys, I want to jump on them. Just seeing them all 3 together here, it's like damn, they look nice. You know, the red guy kind of reminds me of like a weird Dinobot for some reason, but yeah, these guys, like, I love their face. I always love their face sculpt, and yeah, there's something about this character that always stood out to me. I love how he kind of was like Soundwave when he was like kind of be like the one to get information or spy on people. I don't know why I like that so much, but found that interesting. But yeah, so $69.99 American, so this is gonna be a bit more Canadian. But yeah, I'd love to pick these guys out. Let me know if you prefer the original ones. Let me know if you prefer these guys, or if you, like me, want to pick up them both. But yeah, I think they did a great job. They totally homaged like the old stuff and the new stuff and everything together. The, you know, the siege line, even if some parts on the figures are hollow, and you know, people have their gripes with the siege line, a lot of it is really cool, and I can see why it's getting people so stoked on Transformers once again. So yeah, let's talk about another Transformer topic. Well, the next Transformers I like to bring up is the Transformers Siege Rainmakers. Now, we recently just found out it's a Target exclusive. I just found some sites saying it's been found in Target already, so I looked it up on eBay. And yeah, I see 3 listings at the moment, and yeah, they're people are asking $160, $200 for the set. So yeah, totally overpriced. I went to look online if I could find it anywhere, but it didn't look like you could get it anywhere yet. I checked multiple Transformers sites, and that kind of blows. I went to Collecticon Toys, and they said it's sold out. So, yeah, I never seen it go on the site earlier or on any other site, so I'm not sure. But that really sucks. These guys I really want. Out of all the Transformers that are being released in the Siege line, this is the number one pack I want the most. I really want these guys. I love it. It's, you know, from the very first Transformers episode, they showed these guys on Cybertron, you know, Acid Storm, Ion Storm, and Nova Storm, as they're now named. But yeah, I mean, I love these guys. I am a huge fan of neon colors. I like the Tetrajet transformations, the robot modes. I really like this Starscream mold to begin with. So yeah, I'm just like stressing out at the moment right now. I'm like, I want them. I mean, I guess they'll become more available over time or something. But yeah, I just don't know what the right move is. I'm seeing it sold out on this website, but I never even seen it available on this website, which is kind of confusing. at the very least, but I don't know, it sucks. I really want these guys. I don't know, because they're Target exclusive now. We have no Targets in Canada. We used to have Target here, and it went away, so that really sucks. So we have no more Targets here, just Walmarts. At least we have Walmarts to get the G1 stuff, but oh my goodness, I'm so want these Rainmakers. Like, I just want these guys so bad. I'm trying to bring up a picture of them right now so I can gush over them. But yeah, this is the set I want the most, and it's the hardest to get in Canada. That's no fun. They just saw these guys recently, and I'm gushing over them. The green, the blue, the yellow, yeah, the head sculpts. They look like Star Screams. They're Seekers. Yeah, I love Seekers. I'm a sucker for Seekers. And this 3-pack looks amazing. And on the back of the box, you can see the transformations, 22 steps as they turn into the Tetrajets, which has already been used. But yeah, I hope we get every Seeker. I hope they do something with cone heads as well with this set. But like I said, I'm freaking out. These guys look so good. Like, I'm zooming up on their faces and just loving it. I love the green. I don't really like the battle damage on them, as I don't really like any of the battle damage on any of these figures, and some of the overdone line work on them. But these guys, like, I want them so bad. I hate that they're Target exclusive, but I'll have to track them down some way. I'm not jumping on the boat right now and paying $200 for these guys, obviously, but yeah, I hope we get more. Like, I want that red wing Seeker jet as well. I want to get these guys. They are so gushable. They are so good. Why do they have to be a Target exclusive? But yeah, I love Seekers. I love this mold. This mold is one of my... Yeah, like, I heard a few different people saying that this mold was better than Soundwave, and yeah, I agree. I know you can get those pieces and upgrade Soundwave so he's a better sound, I mean, a better Ghetto Blaster and such, but still, it's like, okay, you have to buy something to make a toy better when you already paid how much for it. And I'm not a big one to complain about spending money, but it's like these guys, yeah, they come together, they transform into what they're supposed to be, and yeah, overall, it beats Soundwave. It beats the Optimus Prime and the Megatron, even in my opinion. I mean, they're both Megatron and Optimus. People love them to death, and they're cool, but this mold is just fantastic. I love the Tetrajet. I've said I've seen third-party Tetrajets in the past, but yeah, these guys, of all the Transformer news that dropped, Unicron, all the 35th anniversary stuff, these guys is what I've been stoked for the most, and I've been waiting to see how they will be released. And yeah, it's only through right now, it's only through Target. So I got a target on my forehead. But yeah, it sucks. Are you guys wanting these guys? Do you think they're cool as I do? Are you overhyped? I know, maybe it's just the neon colors. You could say I'm just color blinded by these guys or something, but I love them. They look so good. This is the pack I want the most. I'm kind of being a baby over this, but I've been waiting days. Like, can you order these guys? When can you order these guys? And yeah, it's a Target exclusive, so that really bums me out at the moment. But what can I do? You know, there's not much I can do. I guess I can wait. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool that they're doing these Seekers. I want to see more Seekers. I want to see more of the Coneheads done some way with the Tetrajet or something if possible. That'd be cool. But yeah, if you guys are out and about and you see these in a Target, and yeah, I could send you the money first, or you could send the item first and then I could pay you. I'm good for that. Just if you're an American, see one of these locally, let me know. Honestly, hit me up on Instagram or on here or on the Facebook fan page, because yeah, like, I don't want to pay $200 for these guys, but I know there'll be more available down the road, but I want to review these guys. I want to just hold these guys. I want to just gush over them. It would be so cool, and I'd love to review them. And yeah, the Siege line, like I said, is pretty awesome. I know some people don't like the battle damage, as I said, and all the lines, but for the most part, this line is pretty amazing, and these Seekers are fantastic. The Starscream mold that dropped for the original Seeker Starscream mold was awesome, and yeah, I think it's a real winner. I'm so happy they did these guys. I like seeing them, just even for that moment you see them in Transformers. The first episode when they're on Cybertron, you see these guys, and other ones. It's like, you're just so happy. I mean, I love the masterpiece one they did with Acid Storm with this little battle damage on it. It kind of looks reminiscent of the camo on that guy and stuff, but yeah, I wanted those Seeker masterpieces as well, but these guys would just do fine for now. I like how much brighter they are, how much cartoon accurate color they are, and over the top. Yeah, gotta get these guys. These are my favorite of the line so far. My favorite of the Transformers that have come out recently. Of course, I love Astro Chain, and I really like Spinster as well, but I wanted these guys more than anything, and they are Target exclusive. No. Just found that out, and I'm all shaking my head, and now going for $200 on eBay. Yay! I don't know what to say now. I'm kind of bummed out, but I'm hyped on these guys. I hate when they do Target exclusives, no offense. Like the Ninja Turtle figures that are Target, if those are just around in my store as well, I'd probably pick up a few of them, but we don't have a Target anymore. Target went under. It couldn't compete with Walmart. We didn't really need a Target. We're not big enough for a Target yet in Canada, so kind of went down the drain. But now with these Target exclusives... And yeah, I know I'm being a baby, but these guys are so cool. They're so hip and retro and G1 and the beginning of it all, the Tetrajets, the beginning of Transformers when you see these guys. Fantastic molds, fantastic colors. Love these guys. Got to get them down the road and review them for you. But for now, I will just sulk on them being at Target only. Well, Transformers cassettes are making their way back into the news. Reveals at San Diego Comic-Con and TFCon, Toronto, and all that good stuff. So lots of news, like we've heard a lot this week. It's floodgates of Transformers news. But yeah, the first one I like to talk about is the one featured on Hasbro Pulse. It comes with Frenzy all by himself, Decepticon tape Frenzy all by himself. That would be, he's the blue tape because he's called Frenzy when he's in the toy line. So, but yeah, Frenzy, and in the comics and all that stuff. So yeah, you get Frenzy by himself with the cool old school art, and yeah, it comes with the, it's carded. It comes with the purple card, which looks actually really cool. I'm really stoked on that. Yeah, he looks pretty good. I've heard some stuff about him, but yeah, he looks pretty cool. Like some of the stickers are wrong or something, but yeah, a few different issues on him. But yeah, whatever. It comes by himself, which is kind of unique and weird. But yeah, and then there's also the Transformer, two of the Transformer Dino cassettes. So now you can finally get the Transformers Dinobots tapes that were really hard to track down for the original G1 releases. They'd be like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And yeah, we got some with that couple with those Bumblebee releases from the movie. You got some Dino tapes with them, and now you can get the last two in this bundle. But yeah, I guess they're the Autobot Dino tapes, so not from Blaster. I think maybe they're obviously from Twincast then, if I'm right, if I have that right. But yeah, so that's really cool. These tapes, yeah, they look really cool. I like the Dinobot ones. They merge into one robot. They combine the Dinobot ones into a robot, but he kind of looks like a piece of junk and garbage. I don't know if that's just me, but he kind of looks junky, but I do like them separately, and they come together as a package as well. So obviously, I'll be jumping all over these. I love G1. I love G1 reissues. I want all the Dinobot tapes. And yeah, I know having this extra little Frenzy. I don't know why they chose Frenzy, though. Like, why didn't they choose someone else from that Headmasters era? Like, Enemy, the red, other red tape or whatever, tape robot guy. But I don't know. There's lots of things they could have done. This just seems kind of out there and weird. I don't know, but I have to get them because I need those Dinobots. I guess I'll have an extra Frenzy, so that would be kind of weird. As I I want to get the Walmart reissues as well, so the Walmart reissues will be really cool as well. So as we have those tapes coming out, we'll also have the Walmart Transformers Vintage G1 Decepticon cassettes re-releases. So you will get Ravage and Rumble. That's the Rumble with the red cassette because it's toy accurate. So you get one pack of Ravage and Rumble, which is really cool, and the other one you get Frenzy and Laserbeak. So yeah, I mean these ones on the site to order them as a bundle, it says like 105 American, but yeah, I'd rather just find these guys out in the wild, make a video out of it, find them at Walmart. I could get them online down the road if I have to, but I think actually right now I just like to try to wait for these G1 releases and grab them. And I found that Soundwave pretty quickly when it popped off here. I haven't seen any of the new mini bots like the little tank guy and all that, but I'd love to get these in the wild. I love to get these tapes. I do own these tapes actually already. I do have, well, the one that came with my Toys R Us release came with Laserbeak and Ravage, and I think I picked up some Encore reissues of Frenzy and Rumble, but these are like more authentic, I guess, so I'll get these ones. But yeah, the packaging, got all the packaging. It's like the purple carded back with the fantastic art, and the one with Frenzy and Laserbeak, and the other one with the Ravage and Rumble. But it'd be hard to open these guys as well, as they look so good in the packaging, so these could be a double buy at some point, who knows. I know the Optimus Primes didn't sell really well in Canada. The Soundwaves are probably selling a bit better. I know the Devastators sold well and stuff like that. I mean, the Optimus, people just didn't buy it because it had a trailer. Like, you should have just put the trailer on the Optimus, and people would have probably paid it. They just felt like cheaped out, or they just felt like it was not cool. But yeah, these guys, I love them. I can't wait. We've had so much good Transformers news. There's TFCon in the States coming up. There's the Unicron, all the exclusives. It's kind of made me panicking, like, oh my god, I need them, where am I gonna get them? But isn't it the fun of this, the Transformer hunt? Isn't it the fun of all this stuff coming out? I love how they're bringing out so much G1 stuff now again. It is pretty awesome. It is a good time to be a Transformers fan. I'll definitely be picking up these tapes and reviewing them on the channel. Alright, I wanted to bring up these new Joy-Con colors for some gaming topics. So Nintendo, along with the new Switch coming out, like same old Switch with a better battery basically, coming out, they've released some new Joy-Cons. They have the blue and the yellow. That isn't too impressive. I mean, the blue, they should have just came out with two sets of blue. Already have the yellow ones basically, so two sets of blues would have been really cool. And yeah, then the very amazing new neon purple and neon orange, definitely a Waluigi comes to mind when I see these guys. And yeah, they look really cool. I know a lot of people are complaining about, the Joy-Con drift issues. I never really had a lot of that yet, but maybe I just haven't played my Switch to the point that people are. Like, I jump on my Switch and then I jump on my PS4 and then I jump on my retro stuff, so Yeah, so yeah, these guys will be $79.99 American, so like $100 Canadian. And yeah, they'll be released October 14th. Luigi's Mansion, that will be out on Halloween Day. So yeah, these guys look pretty cool. I mean, I'm a huge fan of collecting of Joy-Cons. And yeah, I do like Joy-Cons a lot. I mean, I'm definitely going to pick up the purple and orange, probably not the blue and the yellow at this point. Maybe if I see the blue one somewhere else down the road, or they come out with 2-pack of blue, sure. But yeah, orange and purple, they do look pretty amazing. I like the mashup here. Yeah, this is really good time for people too, if they never had, if they're just stuck with the gray Joy-Cons, to maybe get some colorful ones. My favorite ones so far that have dropped are obviously the watermelon, the pink, and that neon green. So those are fantastic. But yeah, like I said, the Switch. Yeah, I played a little bit of my Switch. Got that Senran Kagura pinball game lately. Been playing that, and yeah, I do like Switch. And I do like some things on the Switch. It's just, yeah, some stuff lately I've noticed they drop the ball with, more exclusive or content like that. And yeah, I mean, it sucks. At work, a lot of people bring in their Joy-Cons and they're saying they're drifting a lot. So, I mean, you read about it, you see it, I hear it, it works. So it is a real issue. I just don't know why it happens so much. I mean, you're paying $100 basically for these guys. They should work properly, in my opinion. But I know they have a lot going on with them, and if you have these with kids and they just drop them once, they could be very breakable. Even though this is supposed to be a kid system, but it's not very kid friendly when it comes to the abuse it can take. Yeah, these new Joy-Cons, I will be picking them up, purple and orangey for sure. These they look really cool. And yeah, let me know, do you care about these Joy-Cons? Do you have colorful Joy-Cons? Let me know down in the comments. That'd be really cool. But yeah, I'll be probably unboxing these and doing a review on the orange and purple ones for Shizzy. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's about all I can say on these guys. But looking forward to picking them up. And yeah, sadly, we'll have to wrap this podcast up a little earlier this week. Next week I'll try to have the VHS and memory stuff included. I'll watch something this week, hopefully. And yeah, thank you for being here. I mean, I'm just trying to shoot in the dark. I do like the Q&A part. I like to get into different topics as well, right off the bat. And then I like to get into Transformers news, because, yeah, I like to talk about the Transformers stuff. I like to give my opinions on the stuff coming out, or share memories with stuff that's already been out, or, the stuff that's on the way. I really like that part as well. And mentioning some gaming stuff here and there would be really cool as well. Not a lot I noticed this week, so I just mentioned the Joy-Cons, but yeah, it's just a busier week this week. Still coming off that medication, and yeah, when I read people coming off this horrible medication effects, or I read that like tons of people, it takes weeks, it takes months, even years to like finally feel normal again. So I'm just trying to do my best, and yeah, I know work's been a little insane as well. Couple people left work for surgery, and yeah, our boss is in there, so it's just kind of all over the place. So I'm taking more shifts this week, but yeah, I'll definitely have another podcast out Monday. I like to drop these out on Monday, even though this one's probably dropping later this evening, this Monday. But hey, you know what, at least I got some of it done. I had a blast doing it. I loved bringing up different topics. I mean, whatever other topics you'd like me to explore down the road, we could get into. Ask some trans questions. Not Transformers questions, those are good too, but yeah, if you want to know anything about me being trans or what I've experienced, ask that in the Q&A. Maybe could bring some more trans topics into this as well. Yeah, stuff like that. Relationship stuff. I'm kind of working on a project for some relationship stuff. I don't know if I'm just going to do it over the podcast later this year, or just have its own videos. I'm still working out a few kinks, but no pun intended. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I love doing this. I love chatting. I love, this. I find this helps you get to know me more. I feel like that was lacking in the channel, because all you do is see my silly happy face opening something, or sharing some exciting experience or passion for a figure or a video game, which I do like too. But yeah, this way we can talk about some other things as well, and yeah, just keep going from there. Tell me if you like this podcast format. Tell me what you like about it. Like I said, ask questions of stuff you want me to talk about. Let me know if you actually like this stuff, because yeah, I'm having fun doing it. might be a little slow to get started, but you know, if we can get each episode to hit 100 views pretty quickly, then yeah, I can keep doing this and it's worth it. And yeah, I just have a blast doing it, talking with all you, and yeah, it seems like it's bringing up a lot more views and hours on the channel and comments, so that really helps me out. And yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to be the biggest channel. I'm trying to be a real channel. I'm trying to do my own thing. You know, I'm trying to be my own thing. Yes, a positive channel and is an aspect of it, but it like I've said many times, this channel, besides the toys and all the fun we have here and the retro stuff, it's definitely just about being yourself and, you know, just, you know, being yourself, you know, accepting who you are and having some fun. And here, no one can be judged for who they are. And, you know, people, if they want to have a little bit of, you know, of a discussion back and forth, that's great. But I find most people here, you know, they talk very respectful to each other, even if they don't agree, so that's cool. I mean, it's just about having an open relationship with everyone, an open, you know, place to comment and talk to each other and give each other's insights and, you know, not fight. Let's not get all egotistical here, you know. This is supposed to be a fun place, but yeah, we get serious too. We get real as well, you know. I've shared parts of my life where, you know, I've been glum or, oh, the police are here for me. But no, I've shared parts of my life when I've been sad, glum, you know, even though I don't feel that healthy right now from all the meds changes and up and down, you know, I'm feeling more inspired. I'm feeling like I just want to kill it this year, you know, make the best out of this year as I can for the channel, and more creative stuff to come along the way. Like I said, working with someone on some merch stuff and a whole bunch of fun stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, keep my social medias popping and all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you for being here. You know, like, I know people are like, oh, they say they love their audience. Well, you know what, a lot of you guys I do actually love in some way, you know, and love you as friends, or, you know, I've had you on Facebook for a long time. We are online friends, so you know what, I do care. I do love y'all. I do think it's awesome you support me and have my back, or I couldn't be up here doing this, you know. I really couldn't. You guys do, you know, stable me out and you have my back, so I feel like I can be myself and talk about things on here and, you know, have a fun time. So, you know, I do love y'all, and yeah, all the new people, you know, I like you too. And yeah, you know, don't judge right away. Calm down. Like, if someone isn't living the way you're living, yeah, that doesn't matter. Like, as long as they're not hurting anyone, like, you know, calm yourself down, and yeah, you don't have to accept it, but just kind of be more mellow with it. I mean, I find that people that hate on LGBTQ and all that rest of the alphabet stuff, you know, a lot of those people, I was one of them, had issues with myself that I, you know, so I projected that onto other people, hating on other people that were happy. That's what a lot of negative people do when they're in that mind state. But yeah, before I ramble too much, thank you for being here. This was a fun episode. This was a lot of Transformers news. I love the Transformers stuff. More Q&As. Get your Q&As. Leave them down below on this video, and I can answer them in the next episode. But yeah, once again, thanks for your support, people. Thank you for listening. The likes, share the podcast, get it out there. We need to, you know, grow it, grow the podcast. And yeah, once again, thank you. Stay positive, stay strong. Stay awesome, and yeah, maybe I'll catch you on that flip side, y'all.